All right, so I'm getting ready to watch the penultimate episode of the final season of Attack on Titan. And a penultimate episode has a big job on its plate because it's really got to set things up so that that finale, that final episode can just drive it home and can just go out on top. So I don't know how in the world they're going to do this. Lots of reports that there's a whole lot of story left. We got to move to a very finite ending here. I don't know how it's going to happen. I don't know how this episode is going to do the job it's got to do, but there's only one way to find out, and that's to watch it. So let's do that. And of course, it's just taking us back to the double transformation, like those two bursts that look like the sun up in the sky when Annie and Ryan are transformed. But now we're seeing it like from the perspective of the folks that were sitting up on the bank, Levi and Magath and Yelena, Gabi. Okay, oh man, we're going to have to see Connie's pain again here. Oh, I guess I can watch it from a more enlightened perspective this time, not responding as emotionally as I did last time. Oh, and you hear that gunshot. So are we picking up with Connie here? Oh, people drowning. Yeah, Armin couldn't catch him in time. Oh, they're just showing the pain of that ending from the previous episode. Look at all those bullet holes. Just the... Oh, female Titan back in the scene and Thunder Spear's coming at her. This fight's not over yet. I thought with Connie's pain the fight was over, but we've still got battling going on. Jaegerists getting flung by Titans here. I guess they're a long way away from rescuing the Hazuri folks, getting that boat plane. Because there's a lot of Jaegerist scouts just buzzing all around. Oh, and we got Annie keeping her hardened hand over her nape. Ryan are kind of yelling and kicking, but is he being very effective? I've seen Annie be pretty effective, but that's a lot of Thunder Spears they got to face. I guess the only thing on their side is they don't really have the best Titan fighters out there with the Jaegerists. They don't have people like Mikasa, Hanji, Levi. Oh, wow, and it sounds like there's a lot of work to do to get that boat ready, too. So what, are they going to try to get that going while there's a battle raging all around them and there's explosives strapped to it? They said the quickest they could do it is half a day. Do they mean like 12 hours half a day or like 4 hours half a day? They're talking about your standard 8-hour workday? But yeah, they've got to keep the enemy at bay for a very long time with a small crew. Of course, they do have a Titan heavy crew. Oh, Hanji's like, we can't wait. We got to keep this moving. We got to go now. Oh, wow. She's talking about how much ground the rumbling can cover in half a day. 600 kilometers from the coast, all damaged and flattened. Oh, wow. Hanji estimates that the whole continent could be flattened in only 4 days. So, they have to stop Eren as soon as possible. Liberio's a goner already, she says. Man, that's got to be hitting hard for these folks from Liberio or with ties to Liberio. Or at least even the ones who've been there and remember it. But particularly like Magath and Gabi and Falco. And then they still got to hunt for Eren even if they get the plane in the air. Oh, man. The deck is so stacked against them here. Oh. So the lady from Hazuri has a plan. Talking about a hangar down there. Okay. So what, they're going to take it to this location off the coast? Service it closer? Oh, man, but that's a long way to go. I guess they do have a boat to tow it, though. So for some reason, this Azumabito lady thinks they can beat the rumbling to this island where their hangar is. I don't know why she thinks that. But talking about it as a gamble, that sounds like Erwin was the gambler, the riverboat gambler here. And it's still a coal-powered ship. That's so crazy. Getting the boat going. They're going to head for this island. Try to get the airplane going there. And then I guess the airplane hopefully find Eren out there somewhere. I mean, they don't know where he is, but how hard could it be to find this gigantic rumbling? It should be easy to spot from the sky, right? Well, during the OP, I do like to just take a minute and remind everyone that I do have a Patreon now. I know a lot of you are already members of the Patreon, But if not, and you just want to check it out, see what's going on over there, well, there is a link in the video description. Retrospective is the name of this episode. That's a curious name. Does that mean we're going to be looking back at a lot of stuff that happened in the past here? Because it's kind of late in the game to be doing a whole lot of that, but I should give the show a chance to prove it's worth it. But we're picking back up with Annie and Reiner fighting. Oh, and it looked like Mikasa entered the battle. They got a little friendly support there with scouts of their own. All right, so Mikasa just let her know the change in plans are going straight to this Odia or whatever it's called, where there's a hangar that Hizuru has, that they're going to try to get the plane up and running there to be closer to the mainland and hopefully find Eren and stop the rumbling. So a whole lot to do. If we're quoting the great Smoking the Bandit theme song, they got a long way to go and a short time to get there, so they better get moving. But they're westbound, not eastbound. Haha, I like this. So we're seeing Hanji, Mikasa battling up with Flock, double fisting the guns. I want to see Flock get bopped a couple times. Especially by Mikasa. That'd be kind of satisfying. And Magath's helping get the Hizuru engineer. Oh! Is Reiner... Oh, nice! He's being a shield for a change. Like, that's what he's built to do, is protect, not be an aggressor. That's like, his personality and his Titan build. Oh, man, Magath just shooting him out of the sky like skeet. That looks brutal. And Annie dodging those Thunder Spears. They didn't even have Thunder Spears when she went into her coconut. So I don't even know if she knows what to make of these things. Yeah, it looks like she's learning the hard way. Or was that Reiner that took that hit? I think that was Annie that took that hit. Yeah, she's learning the hard way exactly what a Thunder Spear can do to a Titan, isn't she? Oh, man, just chaos. Just trying to get out of there, faced with nothing but aggression and deadly force, and Reiner to the face. Oh, he took like 5 Thunder Spears to the face. That had to blow his head off. No, he's still got his head attached. That's amazing. That armor worked. Oh, now they're... Okay, Flock's figured out what they're doing. He's made really a smart decision. That is focus our aggression on the ship. If we sink the ship, then they can't go anywhere. But how's he going to do that? How are they going to get away? That ship looks like a pretty easy target. Quite literally a sitting duck. Speaking of sitting ducks, there's Duckface with the people riding her to try to get out of town. Unyankopon, Falco, Gabi. All right, and it is not looking good for Reiner out there. Not looking good for Annie. So is this when Falco turns into the Jaw? This is going to be his first voluntary transformation into the Jaw. And of course, they got the cart there to help out too. Although I don't know how effective the cart is without that big rigging that she normally carries upon her back. Turning her into an armored tank, basically. Oh, Falco. That self-doubt that so many of these characters have felt along the way over these 4 seasons. Is Falco going to go Jaw Titan? I want to see him go long neck Jaw Titan. There he goes. There he goes. Gooseneck jumped off of Duckface. I want to see it. It'll be his first like conscious transformation, his first time entering the battle with intention. Oh, wow. So Armin got hit in the chest. It wasn't just in the mouth. Oh, man. He took some pretty bad wounds there. Oh, I guess Duckface can swim. Big surprise. All right, let's see if Falco rips in like a hero here. And please don't let Falco die. Oh, man, if Falco gets taken out by Thunder Spears, that's a kind of heartbreak I don't need this close to the end. We're almost at the end of the race. We don't need Falco to drop out. Oh, they got this locomotive full of soldiers going out there. Oh, whoa, what blew up the train? What was that? Who took out the reinforcements? Oh, Falco can't figure out how to transform. He hasn't had, like, any practice or experience. He's just hacking away at himself. But who blew up that train? I'm dying to know what happened with the train out there. Falco's just not... He doesn't know how to handle the... Oh, Annie's head just got lopped off. Was she thunder speared to death? Have we lost Annie here? Reiner's frozen? Looks like Annie's clinging to life barely. Oh, and there's Connie coming through like a man with blades against spears. Oh, zipping and whipping former colleagues. I mean, he's just suffered so much pain with the whole Daz and Samuel thing. And he's like reaching down inside, turning off the part of him that's in pain and going out there and still doing what has to be done. Like, I can understand Mikasa. She became a cold-blooded killer a long time ago. But Connie hasn't even had time to properly, like, process his previous pain, and he's out there inflicting more on himself as much as his enemy. Mikasa, a woman of focus here. John helping out, and was that? Oh, that's peak. Going up there and chomping people. But Flock's still escaping all these attacks. Flock's staying on his feet, even though the Titans are debilitated there. Reiner and Annie pretty much out of the fight. It looks like they're down for the count. I don't know, Peak just doesn't seem to have a whole lot of offense there. Peak comes in handy, but not really somebody that you expect to take the fight to the enemy. About, wow, Connie ripping through there with all the luggage he's carrying on his shoulders right now. Jean with his rifle, Flock leading his fanatics, his Jaegerists. This is looking pretty dismal. Oh, did Falco finally figure it out? Ha ha! Because that's not Armin. Let's see what his incarnation of the jaw looks like. Oh, I can't wait to see Falco's long-necked jaw titan. Oh, I gotta see what he looks like here with Gabi up on the deck with a rifle. He's got like a double tooth. Like he's got multiple jaws. He's got like a beak of jaws outside of his regular teeth. Oh, that mask is awesome that he's got. That bone shell around his face. Like a Cubone or something. Oh, Hanji fighting. Man, we're seeing our old familiar faces doing some old familiar violence. And I love the design on Falco's jaw. It's like bird-like. So bird-like there. With birds being this theme running all through the show. And now we get what might be the final form that we'll ever see of the Jaw Titan. And he's very bird-like. But doesn't have the gooseneck like he did in his regular Titan form. Man, he is zipping and whipping, but doesn't seem as mobile as the previous two incarnations. And Peak using her duckbill to snap it. Okay, we got to keep him from sinking that ship. It's Falco driven purely by fanaticism, coming at people who are just trying to save the world by any means necessary. Falco trying to preserve the destruction of the world, pouring right into it. Oh, Jean took him out, but not before he launched the spear. But it looks like it just missed the ship. Oh, it came so close. And he took a hit to the shoulder. And he's just plummeting right into that dark water, that dark purple water. It looks so uninviting. And, oh man, Mikasa still cutting him down. I was hoping maybe the fight would be taken out of him, like with Flock gone, they might put down their arms and get a chance to live. Because Mikasa is showing no mercy, and no matter what kind of ranged weapons or firearms they have, they just cannot handle the blades of an Ackerman. Oh man, if I played any fantasy sports, that's what the name of my team would be, Blades of the Ackerman. Oh, man. Look at blood exploding everywhere. She just looks like a killing machine. Blood all over her. She's cut down so many people. Reminds me of that scene of Wolverine cutting his way through the mansion when it was under attack in like X-Men 2 or whatever. Oh, and the Jaw Titan's still out there giving us a good first performance. I don't quite know what Annie and Reiner's status is here. We saw them frozen. Are they able to at least get back to human form and board the ship? Does Falco Come on, Peak, give him some advice. Yeah, Peak's telling him, leave your... Whoa! Is he attacking Peak? What's up here? What's up? Why is Falco attacking Peak? Is he just totally out of control? He can't control his Titan? Is it something like the first transformation? I guess if we go back to Aaron's first transformation, he did not quite have full control over his Titan then, did he? They had to actually cut Falco out. I remember the times they had to cut people out forcibly from their Titan. This is like taking us back to season 1 stuff. Well, looks like they stopped the Jaegerists and got the boat, but everybody's looking rough here. Nobody's ever going to describe this as a best day ever. So Magath is going to stay behind in a holding pattern? He's sacrificing himself for the good of the mission? Wow. Maybe that's a way he can try to atone for everything he's contributed to negatively that led us to where we are now. Because he is definitely not without, well, no one here is without blood on their hands, but Magath has carried a big burden in that warrior program. General Magath. Out there with one rifle, one man with one rifle trying to hold the pass so he can't get to the ship. I don't expect him to hold out long, but who knows? Whoa, who's this? Whoa! Shadis! I forgot about Shadis! Never forget about Shadis. He's who blew up the train. He's no longer a bystander. Ah, that's awesome. I had forgotten about Shadis. Commandant Mother Bleepin' Shadis showed up. All right, so they got another ship that could potentially pursue that they got to take out. We got Shadis and Magath working together. Two clever old sneaky guys. Old age and treachery beats youth and talent every time, right? Coming from an old man who is definitely treacherous. Shadis looking for a good time to die. Man, with Pixis gone, with Hannes gone, I'm getting all my redemption vibes out of Shadis now. he knew these guys he saw leaving, all of his cadets. He was able to he knows them better than they know themselves. He was able to read their plan, and he wanted to do whatever he could to play his part, having confidence in those people he'd trained. Oh man, Shadis, all he wanted to do was be a hero, and now that he's moved past wanting that, boom, here it is. The legend he wanted to be so many years ago. Now he's done with it. He's just going to do what's right for once in his life. Love this guy. Oh man, so the both of them, Shadis trading those cadets to go out and serve a corrupt government. Magath training the kids in the warrior program to once again serve a corrupt government. The two men carrying the sins on their back of corrupting the innocents. They're going to bond together and pay the ultimate price to atone for what they've done and to help those kids have some chance at a future. Oh man, this is a beautiful touch on the story. Really good for the older folks in the audience too, to kind of feel like, we all have Keith Shadis in all of us. There's a Keith Shadis inside of all of us. Theo Magath. Oh, I have a lot to... Oh! Pulling the trigger. Going down with the ship. We've lived our lives, kids. You go out there, win one for the Gipper and all that. It's a far, far better thing I do today than anything I've ever done before. It's a beautiful moment. Oh man, a beautiful moment on a beautiful episode. I've got chills. Seriously, it is not cold in this room, but I've got chills from the emotion that went over me when Magath and Shadis blew up that ship, sacrificed himself to save those kids who are only in this position because those two old men put them in this position. Redemption. So many redemption arcs that we've hit across. And then you could call Aaron's arc an anti-redemption arc, I guess. Seeing Connie deal with what he's been through and coming out and still having some fight left in him. You know, seeing Mikasa being the cold-blooded killing machine that basically she's been bred to be as an Ackerman. Seeing Falco become a Titan for the first time, seeing his jaw design was cool, but also him losing control and attacking one of his mentors. Once again, so many emotions, so much going on here. This is probably the first episode where I have had chill bumps. I don't know if it shows up on the camera. I've never had chill bumps on my arms after an episode before, and there have been some really good episodes. So this one has touched me in a special way. Can't wait to process this, put it together, come out with an awesome review for this one, because I'm going to have a lot to say. And, of course, next week, there's not a new episode. It's delayed because of some kind of television event that's going on in Japan. But I've got something else kind of planned. I want to talk a little bit about one of the influences on Isayama for Attack on Titan. I've been thinking about it for about a month now. And with that, I'll just say, I'm proud of you for watching anime, and I'll talk to you again soon.
I just want to say a big thank you to everyone who supports the channel on Patreon. It really means a lot to me. If you might be interested in Patreon perks like early access to videos, uncut reaction videos, ad-free videos, and the opportunity to vote on which anime will be covered in the future, then click on the link in the video description. Thank you.